Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
And welcome to the hangar at Oaks Amusement Park, home of the 4-time defending world champion Rose City Rollers Wheels of Justice and the defending national champion Rosebuds All-Stars. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Hopefully you're here for both of the doubleheaders, but this promises to be a great bout right here between the high rollers and the Heartless Heathers. Just quick bits of housekeeping. Please stay on your side of the black bumper unless told otherwise. And don't pass in front of everybody while the action's going. Just wait for in between the jams. There's another good 30 seconds there to get back and forth between your seats. And yeah, we're about to get this going. But first, please put your hands together for all of our volunteers who make all this possible. And for all of our officials on skates and off. All right, my name is Puns and Roses. I'm joined by...
Oh, Magic Pony Power Hour. Is he here?
Yeah, let's get it started, Pony.
Derby fans, it is my privilege to roll out for you your Heartless Heathers. Skating for you tonight, number 0, on a roll. Number 10, OMG WTF. Number 163, Malicious Intention. Number 22, Habanero Romero. Number 241, Lily Pate. Number 247, Mia Palau. Number 26, Nacho Lucky Day. Number 300, Little Red Rider. Number 340, Bonnie Thunders. Number 444, Force Majeure. Number 64, Shredder Cheese. Number 71, Hetty. Number 8, Sassy. Number 89, HR. And number 925, birthday child, Dez. Derby fans, make some racket for your Heartless Heathers.
And now, presenting in the green and the gold, the High Rollers. Number 117 is Sham Rocket. Wearing number 16, Beyond Thunder Dave. Number 28 is Minstrel Psycho. Number 31, Kid Vicious. Wearing 33 is Grim Carey. Number 343 is Trinity. Number 39, Gaffney. Wearing 377, Lex Sanguination. Number 48 is Brute. Number 51, Coupe de Gras. 64 is Lady Gotcha. Wearing 79, Lil Regulator. And finally, 911 Mayday. Give it up for the High Rollers.
Make it go. This was a
All right. Who here has never seen roller derby before? Raise your hand. Not you, Pony. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to ask your neighbors. We roller derby folks are generally knowledgeable and always nice. And we'll help you get through this.
on the track, right out, we're starting with Mia Palau for the Heartless Heathers.
And that is Trinity for the High Rollers. Mia Palau, your lead jammer.
Mia Palau up against the back of the pack. Calls it off.
So for those of you here for your first time seeing roller derby, the folks with stars on their helmets, they are called jammers. Their job is to score points. They score points by lapping blockers on the opposing team.
Speaking of jammers, on the line for your Heartless Heathers, number 340.
And that is Lil Regulator on the line for the High Rollers.
Bonnie Thunders.
Bonnie up to the front.
One
One
more.
to beat.
In the back, Little Regulator trying to break through. Cap in hand right now. Heather's laying down the blue line.
HR with the force out and recycle on Lil Regulator.
Thunders through on a scoring pass, picks up all four.
And we've got a star pass to Beyond Thunderdame. OMG right there to pick that up.
Thunderdame out and on scoring pass. Bonnie Thunders calls it off in the turn. One more and then I start, Abs.
For all you first-timers, the folks without stars, those are the blockers. Their job is to play offense and defense at the same time.
On the line, number 300, Little Red Rider.
And that is 64-64. Lady Gotcha.
Red Rider on the line, picks up
A forearm penalty.
and is on the way to the penalty box. That leaves Lady Gotcha on the track unopposed as lead jammer.
Great offensive blocking from Coop to free Lady Gotcha.
Heathers dropped the bomb on Lady Gotcha.
And big recycle. Nice work by Honor Roll, closing that outside lane. And Red back on the track. This power jam is over. And lining up behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line, we got Mia Plow in the blue, and that is Sham Rocket in the green.
Shamrocket on the outside line, looking for a way through.
Taking a shirt whip off of OMG.
Cut called on Shamrocket.
Power jam for the Heathers right now. Dame up to the front.
Mia Palau breaks out. Lead jammer goes to the Heathers. Mia Palau calls it off.
And Bonnie Thunders lining up on the power start.
Bonnie Thunders plows right through, off for lead jammer to the Heathers.
And here comes the Heathers offense.
Shamrocket standing in the box, back on the track. Bonnie Thunders through for another 4. Cut
And
called on Shamrocket again.
And Bonnie Thunders threads her way around Thunder Dame.
Thunders back in the pack.
All right, we got Hetty behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line.
Shamrocket in the box. Forearm called on Little Regulator. Hetty looking for a way through the pack. Kid Vicious up front holding things down. Hetty through for lead jammer. Kid Vicious to the penalty box. Multiplayer block.
Shamrocket through on the initial. There's the call off.
Oh yeah, I should start doing that. Go for it. You dirty bird.
PBR is back. Grab one now at the Plow Stop Bar.
Little Red Rider up for the Heathers.
And quickly through. 3-2 pack advantage, and Red takes full advantage of that.
Lex Sanguination with the cap in hand, trying to fight through the pack.
Oh! Lil Regulator with the great grab on the star pass.
Wicked smart that was, and off goes Little Red Rider to the penalty box. Little Regulator's chance to run up the score.
And here comes the offense. Little Regulator realizing the force out. Dez with a great force out there.
Heartless Heathers running a critical line in the back end there. Little Regulator fighting through the pack right now. Lex Sanguination in to scrape him off.
Oh, great force out by Gaffney there. Regs just spinning around like a windmill.
Shrugged off a million
Top.
hits through that pack.
Everybody took a shot at Regs there.
Little Red Rider at the back of the pack right now, giving the high rollers a little bit of trouble. It is a straight up brawl in turn 3. Way back.
And that jam comes to its natural conclusion.
And we'd like to thank S1 Helmet streaming broadcast for RCR's 2023 games are brought to you by S1 Helmets. Mia Palau up for the Heathers.
Oh, Mia Plow creates a lane.
A forearm called on Nacho Lucky Day.
Oh,
Yikes.
did not stick the landing.
I was close.
And the pack slowing down, coming into turn 3.
Trinity just brawling back there, trying to find a way through that pack.
And we got a backward skate.
Kid Vicious with the drag back. Mia Palau plowing through the pack. Heathers still holding down Trinity. Sassy and Nacho Lucky Day running that run.
OMG doing some work on offense.
Hey, we'd like to thank Two Town Cider. Damn fine cider made right here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab yourself a bright cider right now at the Plow Stop Bar.
All right, Bonnie Thunders tries the outside lane. Grim Carey shutting that down.
Lady Gotcha trying to find a way past the blue line in the back of the pack.
Great work from Shredder Cheese and Company. Lady Gotcha's got nowhere to go.
Thunder's driving the entire squad forward, looking for a way through. Holy mackerel, Thunders weaves through that back.
And star pass to Brute.
Thunders jumps in, grabs all four, and heads for the seats. Hey there, Ritual Dies, a unique brick and mortar shop and dye studio in Southeast Portland, owned by RCR Pedal's parents. Oops.
All right, we got Sham Rocket and Force Majeure. Minstrel Cycling Company trying to slow down Force Majeure. Lil Regs up at the front.
High Rollers giving Force Majeure the time of day up front, but could not hold her down. I hope I got that right.
And we had an attempted start pass, but Thunder Dame is not an eligible person to receive that.
Shamrocket to the penalty box.
I believe that is an illegal procedure.
Rebel Heart Therapy, individual and relational therapy for Portland's Black Sheep and Unicorns. Rebel Heart Therapy.
And here we go, Mia Palau on a power start.
Shamrocket still in the box.
Great offensive work from Lily Payton Company.
Heartless Heathers up front looking to hold things down. On a roll, trying to scrape blockers off the jammer.
And that is a track cut on Dez. 4-3 pack advantage now going to the High Rollers.
Shamrocket driving the blue line forward. Grim Carey with the scrape off there, gets the jammer out.
And a force out by Lily Pate.
Shamrocket going to town right now. Pabst Blue Ribbon's back, baby. Plow, get one over at the Plow stop right now. That's Pabst Blue Ribbon. On the line once again. Hey, we're looking at a timeout, an official timeout.
This official timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
right back at it. That's Bonnie Thunders for the Heartless Heathers.
Offensive help from HR and Bonnie with the spin.
Lick Sanguination pushing through the pack right now and breaking free. Thunders up against the wall of green, calls it off. Liquid Death. Now serving Liquid Death over in the bar. That's the Plow Stop bar. If you know, you know. I don't know.
I know.
I know.
All right, next up we have Trinity, Little Red Rider.
Little Red Rider on the inside line takes lead jammer.
Trinity out as well. And the pack speeds up on a roll. Trying to get that pack moving. Both jammers engaged on this scoring pass.
On a roll to the penalty box.
And that Laughing Planet penalty box is filling up quickly.
Dez to the penalty box. You guys know they're not serving Laughing Planet over there right now, right?
And Little Red Rider through. Still 3-1 pack advantage.
Oh my God.
4-1 pack advantage. Hey, 4-2. Heartless Heathers getting some people out. And there goes Trinity. And there's the call off.
Remarkably ending that jam with the penalty box completely empty. Just like my last Laughing Planet dinner. I mean, completely clear. The plate is clear. The chairs are empty.
I got where you're going with that. And we have a timeout being called by the Heartless Heathers. This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Ba-boing. What a mess.
That was fun.
Good Lord, I've never seen a whole team get called out all at once.
Hey, do you want to get in on the action? You can join RCR as a skater or an official. We hold regular intro to Derby boot camps and we'll teach you everything you need to know to get rolling. Check out rosecityrollers.com/join for more info. And hey, we don't have boot camps, but if you want to be an announcer, you know, go to the same place.
Don't forget about the raffle. Raffle tickets are available now. $1 each, 10 for 5, 20 for your height. Somebody around here is selling those tickets, and you're going to want to win all that gear.
Look for the folks in the Die Die My Darling shirts.
And official timeout. And we're right back at it.
And here we go.
Mia Palau and Lady Gotcha on the line.
Mayday doing some offensive work for Lady Gotcha. Oh, Mia Palau, though, through first is your lead jammer. And star pass to Beyond Thunder Dame.
Bonnie Thunder's back on the line.
Up against Shamrocket.
Shamrocket through the pack.
Great seal by Coop there.
High rollers all over Bonnie Thunders.
And that is a forearm on Grim Carey.
Thunders round the outside, picks up 2 before the jam is called. Eddie on the line with a little regulator.
Oh, great force out from HR.
Up front, High Rollers trying to hold Hetty down. Cannot be done. Kid Vicious.
And Beyond Thunder Dame, great work at the front. Hetty, now your lead jammer. And back block on Hetty. And star pass to Thunder Dame. Great offensive work from the High Rollers.
High Rollers moving in to break things up. Thunder Dame just slides into the box. Hetty plows through.
Lil Regulator doing work on Hetty at the front of the pack.
Nacho Lucky Day with the push out and the drag back. Thunder Dame to the back of the pack. Thunder Dame finds a way through, one more to get by, breaks out. Through for all 4. Sanguination on the line.
Gets force majeure.
Up front on the inside line. Lex Sanguination held down by the Heartless Heathers.
Everybody taking a shot at both of these jammers.
Heathers doing a super job at the front end. Coup de grace in to smash up things, to break free. Lex Sanguination. Heartless Heathers are having none of it.
Great work from On a Roll there.
Force majeure driving the line and nobody's looking.
And On a Roll able to slow down Lex Sanguination enough for the defense to reform.
Coup de grace back in.
And
Breaks
Lady
out.
Lex, your lead jammer.
Man, that was a lot of work for a first pass. Lex Sanguination on the outside.
Directional play penalty On a Roll. And there's the call off.
Damn.
And team timeout called by the High Rollers. This timeout brought to you by Deb Count Saber. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
I guess, well, we got 2 games to get through, not very much. Hey, now's a great time to pick up some of those raffle tickets. $1 each, 10 for 5. 20 for your height, or the height of somebody you know who's a lot taller than you.
And hey, on the 27th of April, our skate mobile is heading to the not-so-secret roller derby, roller disco, not derby, disco. Rentals are first come, first served. Skating is from 7 to 9. Follow Secret Roller Disco on Instagram for the location.
Mia Palau and Trinity back on the line.
And Mia Palau, your lead jammer.
Trinity fighting through the pack end on the run, breaks out for a scoring pass. Kid Vicious doing a great job slowing down Mia Palau. Laurelhurst Theater and Pub bringing the best of classic and modern cinema to Portland. That's the Laurelhurst Theater and Pub. Bonnie Thunders and Lady Gotcha back on the line. Thunders out for lead jammer.
Dez with the force out on Gotcha. And once again, Dez with the force out and the recycle.
Thunders breaks through again out front.
And star pass to Brute.
Brute.
Oh, Brute picks up a track cut though.
High Rollers dropping the wall on Bonnie Thunders. High Rollers doing a good job on the run. Not holding down Bonnie Thunders. Hey, if you know a business that would benefit by promoting at Derby events and RCR members, email sponsorship@rosecityrollers.com or check our sponsorships section on rosecityrollers.com.
And we have an official review being called by the High Rollers.
Each team gets an official review each half. If you call an official review and you are correct and you win that official review, you get another for that half. If you don't, you don't get another that half. You get a new one next time.
And this official review is brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Wall, you're at.
After additional review, the no call will stand. High Rollers will not retain their official review for the half.
So there's that. Little Red Rider and Shamrocket on the line again. Shamrocket pushing forward.
Little Red Rider shook off. Nope. Did get a skate out. That is a track cut.
That was close.
That was real close.
Shamrocket now still trying to fight through a wall of ice and is now lead jammer.
And there's the call off. And we have time for one more jam.
Ooh, coming up in this half.
Remember to buy your raffle tickets. Look for the Die My Darling folks. They have the raffle tickets. It's a great raffle basket, almost $600 worth of stuff in there. And we will be doing the drawing at halftime.
Mia Palau and Lex Sanguination on the track.
Oh, Mia Palau stays in bounds.
Lex Sanguination out of the pack. Mia Palau engaging at the back. Everybody on the run.
Pack on the run.
Yikes. And it's intermission. We'll see you downstairs for the Zoom Care wacky dice rolling game thing sponsored by Zoom Care. And the raffle coming up. So see you in a bit.
here we go, back to the action as Mia Palau and Trinity behind that Jam on Hawthorne jam line. And Mia Palau, one to beat. Oh, Mia Palau stuck the landing. Next up, Bonnie Thunders, Lady Gotcha are your jammers. And Bonnie Thunders, your lead jammer. I feel like I've said that about 1,000 times in my life.
It's more than 1,000. Little Red Rider on the line with Shamrocket.
Shamrocket one to beat and past Malicious Intentions.
HR to the penalty box. Shamrocket lead jammer. Down in the turn. Shamrocket with one more to get by.
And star pass to OMG.
Shamrocket on the run. OMG plows through on the outside line. Shamrocket calling it off.
Great defense from Habanero Romero to save those points.
Sanguination and Mia Palau on the line.
And there goes Mia Palau accelerating out of the pack. Star pass to Lil Regulator. Offensive help courtesy of Minstrel Psycho.
That was some action. And that one's off. Wow, that was fast.
Bonnie Thunders pushing up to the front of the pack.
Trinity for the high rollers. Locked down in the back. Oh, breaks free on the inside line.
And Trinity lead jammer. Bonnie Thunders coming on.
Brute swinging to scrape off some skaters. Thunders with the heat, shuts that down. Eddie and Lady Gotcha on the line.
On a roll with the force out on Lady Gotcha. Dez just throwing the body.
Mayday to the penalty box.
On a roll up to play some offense. That tripod in the front just rotating wildly to contain Lady Gotcha.
High rollers waiting in the back to slow down Hetty. Kid Vicious running the line.
Mayday up to provide the offense, but the Heathers are just relentless.
Hetty, wrecking ball stuck in the back. Nobody going nowhere.
We are back to that jam on Hawthorne jam line, but still no jammer, lead jammer.
Lady Gotcha punches right through the pack.
A minute and 43 seconds to get lead jammer. We got a star pass to On a Roll.
That was a lot of punching. Speaking of punching, the front end is doing some business too. That jam is off.
And late low block penalty on Habanero. Mia Palau trying the outside lane.
Shamrocket trying to drive the line on the inside, heading towards the middle.
Shamrocket recycled behind Nacho Lucky Day and HR.
Mia Palau when no one was looking. Mia Palau with some fancy skating in the turn. Shamrocket breaks out.
And Mia Palau back in on a scoring pass. There's the call off.
Derby fans, our Not So Jumbotron is sponsored by Zoom Care with 29 locations in the Portland area. It's health care you need when, where, and how you need it. That's zoomcare.com. Bonnie Thunders and Lex Sanguination back on the line.
Bonnie Thunder's your lead jammer.
Lex Sanguination getting worked over on the front end. Bonnie Thunders just tore a line through the pack.
And we've got a star pass, Lil Regulator.
Hey, we'd like to thank Secret Aardvark, local made flavor that kicks you right in the mouth. Secret Aardvark.
Force majeure and Trinity. Trinity forced to the outside. Takes off.
Heather's all over Trinity at the front end right now.
Malicious intentions. Great offensive work there.
Coup de grace to the penalty box. Force majeure.
And there goes Trinity.
Force majeure calls it off. 3 more for the Heathers.
Ritual Dies, a unique brick and mortar shop and dye studio in Southeast Portland, owned by an RCR parent, or sorry, RCR Pedals parent.
Mia Palau and Lady Gotcha. Nacho Lucky.
And Mia Palau, lead jammer.
Mia Palau goes for the middle. Mayday and coup de grace right now holding the line on Mia Palau.
Pack digging in at the top of the apex. And star pass, a little regulator.
Mia Palau just going nuts down there.
Yeah, credit the offense on a roll there. On a roll, picked up a penalty, but opened up a huge lane for Mia.
Little regulator running up the inside. Breaks out.
Great work by Kid Vicious there.
It is hard to hold down Mia Palau like that.
And next up on that Jam on Hawthorne jam line, in the blue, Bonnie Thunders. In the green, Sham Rocket.
Both jammers having pretty good days here today. Shamrocket up the line. Lead. Oh. Picked up a cut and is heading for the penalty box.
And Bonnie Thunders, your lead jammer. People I would not want to have to face in a power jam. Bonnie Thunders, top of the list.
I think and that jam is off. If you're watching at home, 162.77, Heartless Heathers. Timeout being called by the Rollers.
This timeout brought to you by Welcome to PDX and Deb Count Staber, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
I don't know why Great time to remind everybody to roll over to the plow stop and pick up some PBR or some Two-Town cider or some Liquid Death. We're in for it. There we go. And we're right back at it.
That'll be Little Red Rider with a power start. And we're off. And Little Red Rider recycled by that High Rollers defense. Shamrocket out of the penalty box. And Lil Regulator with a long force out and recycle. And Lee Jammer goes to Shamrocket.
It's a lot of work. Minstrel Psycho to the penalty box.
And Shamrocket forced out and recycled. And Star Pass up to On a Roll.
Shamrocket with the call off. Mia Blau, Lex Sanguination on the line.
And Mia Plow playing a little defensive jamming as well. Big offense from Nacho Lucky Day.
OMG WTF running the line in the backfield. Minstrel Psycho trying to scrape some blockers off the High Rollers jammer. Lex Sanguination trying to break free. OMG puts a stop to it.
Oh, Mia Plow going for the apex jump, but denied by Minstrel Psycho.
A very crowded apex for jumping and on the way to the penalty box.
So we have a power jam for the High Rollers.
Lex Sanguination breaks free. Just in time.
Great stop on the outside edge by HR.
Sassy funnels to the inside. OMG WTF running the line. One more to get by. OMG with the save.
And we have a backward skate. Oh, brute. And that jam reaches its natural conclusion. 4-4 on that.
All of that for 8 points.
And Bonnie Thunder's pinballing through the pack.
Trinity, cover in hand, cover on the floor.
Dez with the recycle along with Habanero.
Heathers with a lockdown on Trinity right now. Trinity up the outside, one more to get by. Finally breaks free. Back on the line for your Heartless Heathers, Hetty. And Shamrocket up for your High Rollers.
Shamrocket up to the front of the pack, but nowhere to go.
OMG doing the cleanup at the back of the pack.
Coop and Gaffney doing the offensive work. OMG doing the offensive work for the Heathers. And big recycle by Nacho Lucky Day.
Eddie driving the line forward with OMG. Bridging out right now. Brute and OMG to keep the pack together. Eddie driving, breaks free on the line. Lead jammer, Heartless Heathers.
After 58 seconds.
Walk in the park. Eddie.
Ooh, that was a lot of work for 1 point. There we go. Force Majeure and Lex Sanguination are your jammers.
Lex Sanguination on the out. Hammered behind everyone from the Heathers.
On a roll, playing wrecking ball.
Thunder Dame, a wall of their own at the back of the front of the pack, if that made any sense.
And Lily Pate with a great force out and recycle.
High Rollers just swinging bats at Force Majeure.
Mayday and Dame not giving anything.
Lex Sanguination having a difficult time at the back of the pack as well.
Direction of play penalty on a roll.
Kid Vicious just hammering away at holding that line. Force Majeure going nowhere.
Shredder Cheese not letting Lex Sanguination go.
Dez drops in to break things up and cannot get the jammer out. Officially, that was nuts.
2 minutes 0-0, no lead jam.
One lap.
That's good defense. And we have a team timeout being called by the Heathers. This timeout brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor. Welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Also sponsoring our Not So Jumbotron, Zoom Care. With 29 locations in the Portland area, it's the healthcare you need when, where, and how you want it. That's zoomcare.com. All right, we're right back at it.
4-3 pack advantage for the High Rollers.
Mia Palau and Trinity. Trinity on the outside.
Way to shake off the hit and stay in balance.
Trinity on the inside right now. Trinity on the outside. Dropped out by On a Roll. Nacho Lucky Day with the drag back. And that jam is off. Hey, we'd like to thank Shebop and Portland Vital Signs. Or is it Portland Vital Signs?
Lady Gotcha, Bonnie Thunders are your jammers. And there goes Bonnie Thunders, lead jammer. And Star Pass, little regulator.
Thunder's on the outside. Skips through the pack. On the line for your Heartless Heathers, Hetty.
And that is Shamrocket for the High Rollers.
Hetty driving up the inside line. Breaks for the middle. Grim Carey running the line on Hetty right now.
And Hetty gets recycled behind Brute. Coop playing the offense. And that is a star pass, I think. Yep. To Nacho Lucky Day.
Brute right on top of that, chasing down Nacho Lucky Day.
And the Heathers
penalty
losing
box.
blockers now.
Sassy to the penalty box. Hetty drops the wall on Shamrocket. Nacho Lucky Day on the run.
And that 12-point jam brings the High Rollers into triple digits. And we have an official review being called by the Heartless Heathers. This official review brought to you by Deb Counts Tabor, and welcome to PDX, the official realtor of the Rose City Rollers.
Heartless Heathers are challenging the lack of a cut call on green 117. After additional review, the no cut call will stand. Heartless Heathers will not retain their official review for the half.
All right, so the no call stands. The Heathers lose their official review for the next 2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Sanguination and Little Red Rider.
Actually, that is Mia Palau. And there we go, Mia Palau up to the front of the pack. Forearm penalty, Kid Vicious. Lex Sanguination getting offensive help from Lil Regulator.
For those of you at home, 181 to 106, Heartless Heathers. Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have you here tonight.
And now we got Lil Red Rider and Trinity.
Lil Red Rider out through the middle, followed by Trinity. It's a race to the back of the pack.
Yeah! Trinity with the speed.
It's always fun to run a marathon and then have a sprint to finish things up.
That was fun.
Force majeure on the line for your Heathers.
And that's Lil Regulator being recycled at the back of the pack.
Force majeure driving the line up front. Thunderdame all over it, cannot be scraped off. On a roll in to break things up.
And Force Majeure, your lead jammer. Period clock has expired. We are on jam time now.
Force majeure through for another 4.
And star pass. everybody ready? All right. Let's get it started with the MVPs. First, do you have an MVP birthday player?
For our MVP birthday player, we like to call him Dez. You have to open it now.
Well done. All right. Heathers, who do you have as your MVP jammer?
Lex.
Lex Sanguination. And who's your MVP blocker?
That would be Brute.
Brute. And High Rollers, who do you have as your MVP jammer?
Mia Palau.
Mia Palau. And your MVP blocker?
Lily.
Lily. All right, thank you to both teams. Well skated.